What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the show, Whom's Podcast. I'm your host, George Collins. I really hate how I write down notes. It's so sporadic. I got it on this ripped up piece of notebook paper. You can hear it. Just throughout the week, I try to like write some stuff down, and it's very sloppy. It's like, slow down, buddy. Like, damn, just it's a few words. So I'm gonna try my best to try to figure out what the hell I was talking about. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I know I already talked about it before. Um, how how much of a death grip soda and energy drinks has on my sanity? Like, I've been doing a really good job. I talk about it almost every episode now. It's like I just need reassurance. All right, like this is like my weekly come up. It's been a week for sure this time, and I did it. It's just it's pathetic. It's really pathetic how much of a death grip it has on me. It's like how much I need it, like how much I relied on it to like get through the boring parts of the day. I didn't realize how much I went to the store, to the grocery store. Like, I'm not really saving money because all that money that I am using for soda and energy drinks is I'm using it on something else, right? If I'm not drinking soda or something, I'm snacking way more. This happens every single time. I know it's the addiction to sugar. That's what it is. That's all it is, man. I already know that's what it is. But my consumption of like iced honey buns has been coming up so much more, and if in low key, it feels way worse. Like like the honey bun does its job. Like, I only have like one or two a day to like get me throughout the day, even if I have it at like 5 in the morning when I get off work or whatever, and it'll get me throughout the day. I don't need another one, right? I'm okay, but still, I just feel fat. It's like I might as well, because I'm living up to the stereotype. I might as well grab a goddamn Twinkie somewhere. It's like, by the way, I haven't seen any lately. Did they go out of business? Let me look that up. Hold up. In big ass letters, it say went bankrupt. What? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I haven't seen any. Okay, never mind. I read some more. Goddamn Bing giving me half information. Twinkies, along with other Hostess brands, went bankrupt in 2012. The company was purchased out of bankruptcy by Apollo Global Management and Metro Palo whatever Incorporation for 410 million. Twinkies returned to the U.S. shelves July 15, 2013. So don't really explain. So thanks Bing. Fucking I meant what happened now. I haven't seen any. Whatever. I haven't seen any lately. My point is, I was sure about to go on like a little rant because back as a kid, as a little fat boy, everybody loved to like categorize you with like Twinkies, like, oh, you like eating. I bet you like eating Twinkies. That ain't the lazy ass bullshit, right? Lazy ass shit. I was about to say, what happened? What you mean? I thought we loved Twinkies. Why they out of business? Which, you know what? I'm still gonna go with it because they went bankrupt, right? They went bankrupt. It's like they had to get bought out. So obviously it wasn't getting purchased enough, or it's just bad business practices. Who knows? Whatever. Um. But anyway, I'm done with it. My point is, it's been a successful no cheats or nothing. No soda, no energy drinks for about, it feel like 2 weeks. I think it went 2 weeks. I kind of lost track. I tried not to think about it because if I think about it, then I want it, then I start shaking. Right. Let's talk about the next thing. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift ended up being a billionaire, being a billionaire as just selling music and all the stuff that could come connected to it. I know a lot of people don't like Swift. I'm not really a fan. Music not for me forever. I'm not here to hate on it or whatever, but I just want to point out something. It's just she's very lucky because she's been in NFL news and stuff like that and blah blah blah. So that's why uh probably raised up prices, not raised up prices, but like boosted sales because more people know about her and whatever. She's very lucky to have the fans that she have. That's my point. She's very lucky to get to that point because You can argue it's some celebrities that's like way more popular than her, but she has a certain type of fan, and I am not that fan. Even if I liked her music, I am not that fan. And you know the ones that buy stuff. I ain't talking about just concerts or just your album or whatever. I'm talking about like other shit, like merch and buying your overpriced. It's not just concerts, but the overpriced stuff, the backstage stuff, the your festivals, your colognes, your brands or whatever. Apparently, she doesn't have a brand, which it's hard to believe that she doesn't have a clothing brand. Uh, anyway, my point is, I'm a fan that supports your medium. Outside of that, it kind of depends on the time. You feel me? Because I'm very cheap. Like rappers, Tech Nine, Kid Cudi, Action Bronson, Adele. That's not a rapper, but you get my point. Uh, just a bunch of other people. You get what I'm saying. It's like Bill Burr with comedy, or Stone Cold Steve Austin with, I guess his medium would be merch because you can't necessarily buy wrestling because it's for free. But I support an artist or creator, whatever medium they come from. Rappers, I'll buy your album, or if I happen to go to a concert, which I haven't actually been to, I haven't paid for a concert. Every time I've been to a concert, I've been security or something like that. But yeah, I'll buy your album, but I'm not gonna buy merch. I'm not that kind of guy. I think it's the whole disconnect. I kind of want to keep it distant, and I know that's money as well, but at the same time, I think that keeps me from like ogling you and supporting you a little bit too much. You got those psychopaths. I seen an article about Taylor Swift. Let me see if I can find it. Um, these psychopaths. I don't know if it's true or not, because it's coming from a website I've never heard of. It's not very credible, so who knows? It's a bunch of different links on a Google search, but it's a lot of websites that you never heard of. So it could just be rumors, but I'ma just believe it for the sake of how fucking funny it is. Uh, Taylor Swift fans are already camping out 5 months before scheduled concert. I don't want that type of relationship with a celebrity. I don't want somebody like I'm not to like. I know when I was younger, I was a diehard fan of like something. Who can I think of? Who I was like diehard fan? It's like you couldn't tell me shit. I guess Stone Cold would be that guy. I guess now I'm thinking about it, but like I didn't really take it too seriously. I don't know. I just never in my mind had that like parasocial relationship. Like I knew these motherfuckers didn't care about me, knew about me. I didn't want to get to know them. It was cool that they whatever they was doing, it was fine. So again, Swift is fucking lucky as hell to have fans that pay for stuff outside of her meeting because I am not that guy. Stone Cold, Tech Nine, uh, other artists I can't think of right away because of pressure. I love them, but I can't buy like Stone Cold is. I guess his medium will be merch, like I said. Uh, but outside of that, they don't get a dime from me, and so she's very lucky to have the fans that she have. Like I can think of like other fans that's like I think like Eminem or something like that who have like who you could argue is more mainstream, well, more known in a way, but like I don't think he has that type of push. She got these. I don't know what about her. What about her music? Because it's apparently that's what the rumor says. It's just music that made her this billion. So what exactly? I need to listen to like one of the albums and really see. I guess it really speaks to some of these people, like these fucking $8 coffee drinking motherfuckers. Like I don't know. Daddy paid for college, so I got extra money to spend on bullshit. I don't know. Who knows? But finding out that she was a billionaire I found out LeBron was too. That was like a couple years ago. I think. You think that's weird? Is that not weird to play basketball with a billionaire? Like, why are you still playing like that? Do you really love the game that much? You've been in it. How long? Let me see. How long has LeBron James been playing basketball? 20 years? About 20 years? I feel like it was longer. Like that's short and long. It's like I didn't realize it was that damn long. Um, I'll be retiring, man. It's like damn. It's like I guess if he's not injured, I don't know. I guess you have to really love the game that much, man. Is speaking of which, really loving the game. I guess he didn't do that well of a job of saving money. Uh, you seen that video of Big Show? Big Show, the wrestler, and he's on AEW now, the other wrestling company, right? The competition of for WWE. You know how big he is, right? I haven't watched wrestling in years, but the last time I seen him, he seemed to like be walking pretty straight, pretty normal. But he's older. He's older now, and he's still fucking giant. He's still huge, right? His legs can't support him no more. So he's still wrestling, kinda, right? The video I seen, he just kind of standing in the middle of the ring, and and people just like running up to him, and he just doing a choke slam, a very who am I to talk? I can't do a choke slam. I can't pick somebody up, but it's a very lackluster choke slam, especially for who he is. Right? He used to pick somebody up above his head and throw it out, but now it's more like the person jumps and he kind of like pushes him down to the ground with one hand. Choke slam. Oh, Big Show. I guess he go by Paul now on AEW because he doesn't own Big Show, which is a shame. Did he not save money? That's what a lot of people are saying. Is like this is what happens when you don't save money. You've been wrestling for like 20 years, 20 plus years, right? Crazy. You can say the same thing with like with Cena and The Rock. I guess The Rock and John Cena doing better financially. It's just they back to wrestling as well. Well, at least John Cena is, and he's only back wrestling. I believe is because of the writer's block, the writer's strike. It hit him in the pocket. He was like, I guess I gotta go do a few pay per views. Apparently, he hasn't won one wrestling match in like 5 years, which is crazy. It was crazy that he still has the pull. But I guess wrestling fans know the system so well, know the system well enough to not take his losses seriously and just know that he's pushing new guys. Yeah, it's a loss, but it's not. At his age and how long he's been in here, the wins and losses don't really matter anymore, which is cool, I guess. That nigga old now. That's crazy. That's depressing. It was another video of Vince McMahon, and he like walking on a cane. I'm like, damn, he's gonna be dead soon. Like, Jesus Christ. Say what you will about Vince McMahon and all the stuff he's done throughout the years. He cemented his personality onto all of us for all these years. You know who he is, and strong ass old man. But now he getting up in the age. He getting up to the age of was it his dad, the other McMahon? He's like how old that man was there when Vince took over. It's just crazy, bro. Just a watch. Oh, other good news in another sport. Uh, I finally hit the right algorithm on YouTube. Now it's finally showing me because I was just following one YouTube channel for like all rally races or whatever, and it was just like the races um and it wasn't the shakedowns. Shakedowns, if you don't know, in rally racing is it's not like traditional racing, right? Where cars lined up and we go around the track or whatever. Shakedowns are time trials, basically. They got this. They have the court, the road or whatever, and they go down it and take they take turns, and they try to beat each other's time, right? So I finally hit the algorithm, and now I'm following like 4 or 5 different um, low followed YouTube channels. That's because I'm really appreciating that. So I want to not only follow rally racing, but follow these small time YouTubers who like giving me more insight than these bigger ones who was just showing me the race, and made me feel like made me feel like I because I kind of came to terms that I would never really understand or really follow like names. I think I'm gonna end it with I don't even know if I cut it off in a spot with no ending to my last thought. But I know I mentioned school, whether it was on here or a couple of blurs. I'm doing a class, a certification or whatever. It's free, but it's serious. It's a real one. It's not like some of this like fake. Uh, like a year ago, I was taking like some weird Google like digital marketing thing, but it was like the website was British. It was like in UK. It was like UK, so it was like halfway through. I'm like, is this certificate gonna even mean anything? It's like, damn, I'm watching all these damn videos trying to like take the shit seriously. I'm like, this probably ain't finna go nowhere, right? So now I'm taking cybersecurity because I was doing automation with Python because I already been learning Python and I got a grip on it, but I'm glad I'm not paying for this stuff because my brain not really firing like it used to be. like it used to, or it never did because I never got this far in this situation. I'm trying to like learn this shit as fast as possible because I'm tired of being broke. Uh, tired of having to think about shit before I go buy it. Like I'm tired of all these TikTokers. I want to be on TikTok talking about they pay me 6 figures to sit on my ass and ruin my career. Like I want to do that. I want to have the opportunity to brag about a job and kind of exaggerate, and nobody will be able to fucking really prove me wrong because I'm gonna call them a hater. I want that opportunity, but now, but the Python stuff is a little tough right now, and I just how they teaching it, You know the meme where it is like, oh, or it's like an old joke or whatever. They'll teach you something. They'll okay, 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then the test it'd be like, what's the square root of pi or some bullshit like that. It's like you didn't teach this shit at all. It's like you just expect us to go look it up and go figure it out. But why the fuck did you teach us this bullshit then? Why did I take notes? Why did I take notes so ferociously for none of it to even matter, huh? Because right now I'm taking the cybersecurity stuff, right? Mostly because when I Google search cybersecurity, people are desperate for jobs. People are desperate to hire people. I mean, so it's like okay, this makes more sense. Uh, uh, Besides the Python thing, it's kind of hard to like, what exactly am I gonna do with this skill? That was the problem. Like it's definitely something good to learn Python, but until I need it, right now I'm gonna put it on pause right now because I can always come back. This skill is never gonna go away. Yeah, yeah. Um, what was my point with the cybersecurity thing? Not the cyber, but the Python thing. I don't know if it's because it's like online because I was talking about the test things, right? How they frame uh the curriculum and how they show you some stuff where you learn some stuff. Like okay, cool, but how they frame the questions or how to answer these questions is kind of hard to like break down, you know. And it's not, it's kind of hard to. It's not. I'm not trying to blame the instructors or anything like that, but how I'm learning Python is not sticking because the examples and stuff like that, I'm not really doing on my own. Like I have example. Like okay, say, I'm trying to explain this best as I can. Uh, like say if you have a block of code, and the block of code, all it does is when you input a number, it'll tell you like changing from Celsius to Fahrenheit, something like that. That's what this block of code does, right? So we'll have a practice example of that, right? And then the test question will be like, I can't really think of anything, but it's just the test question be like, hey, okay, change this number in using decimals and dividing the percentage to find the like the fraction or whatever. You change up the number, but it'll ask you in a way in the beginning of the courses. It'll ask you in a way to where you can just look back at the practice example and just copy right. And I guess I guess a lot of coders do that too because I looked it up and a lot of people saying like a lot of Python programmers are just professional. Like they just look everything up and just like figure it out. It's like yeah, you have the smarts to know what it is, right? To be able to like okay, I'll take this piece of code and make it work right here. But that's not how I learn, and I'm having a problem where it's similar to back when I was learning German. Uh, I couldn't speak it, and it wasn't because I wasn't learning it, because I could read it. I can read it, and I can kind of figure out what's going on using like context clues on other words or whatever. That's how I can do it, and so I can never speak German or remember words. But if you put some words in front of me, I can kind of break it down. And it's the same thing happening with Python. I can read a block of code and know exactly what it's doing. Give me like a few seconds sometimes because it's code. I can figure it out. You tell me, oh, okay, I'll tell you what's happening. But because of how the practice questions are, and I can just easily just look back at the practice code and like just break down certain pieces of code and figure it out that way and build this new piece of code for the actual quiz, right? I can't build the code by scratch. Like Mimo was this app where I was learning Python, and it's a very good intro because you learn in Python through you learn it and you learn the basics and definitions and you knowing what a variable is and all this bullshit, right? But the problem with Mimo was it was multiple choice questions. So it's like, oh, I could just like, okay, like I said, I can read code really easy because I got a background in it. So it's like, yeah, this goes right here, easy. So I wasn't writing code at all. And I thought coming into this one because it was making me type out everything. So I'm like, it was a little bit better. But once it started getting up to like the higher stuff, they kind of low key was kind of expecting you to kind of know certain things, like certain terms. Shit, I can't even think of anything right now. Shit, I think the first thing I can think of is like the medulla. Medulla is basically is the percentage sign, and you use this percentage sign is if you're trying to find out if two numbers have a remainder, right? So it's like a true and false. And let's say you put in a number three, and you was like, okay, we're trying to find all even numbers. So if damn, I am terrible at explaining this shit. Basically, the medulla percentage is the division. So three divided by two, it'll be one dot and some numbers, right? Uh, but that means that there is a remainder. It's going to be one, and then it's going to be a remainder. But like two divided by two, there is no remainder. This is just a one. So that's what that is. So, and I remember one question asking me to find odds and even this code that I can't explain. But they never showed me in the practice stuff about medullos, which is the thing you're supposed to use to try to find out if stuff is has a remainder, so you can figure out if stuff is even or odd. Whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm losing myself trying to explain it. I'm sorry. Just that's where I'm at. So if you're confused, I'm confused. Imagine me at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to figure this shit out. So, uh, as much as I felt bad about doing it, even though it wasn't costing me anything. I put a pause on it and went to cybersecurity, the dumb courses, and essentially it's just a bunch of definitions right now. The later courses will be uh, really hands-on stuff. So right now, so I'm just writing down everything. It's super easy. Um, Again, with my coding background, so hopefully this will be a good route. And in the next year, I probably won't even be doing podcasting because I'm making so much money, so busy. I got to do the research on this like mortgage company. Apparently, somebody hacked it, and people can't pay their mortgages. Is that the people who pay mortgages' fault? Is that like the homeowner's fault, or is it the company, or they gonna still try to blame you and put a bunch of late fees on you? I have to look that up. Anyway, that's the show. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening to my rambles. Uh, Appreciate y'all. Patreon.com/regular ass podcast if you want to support the show for $1 a month. Boom. Peace. I thought I was trying to stop and think like if I had something else to say. I didn't. All right. See you later.